Right, give me a second. Okay, welcome everyone. We are presenting Digital Inclusion Support Scheme Folkestone project. It is a partly funded project by the European Union's European Structural and Investment Fund, by the ERDF fund. It's our Digital CAN team who is working on the project. We have Will Rollins, who is going to be working on the hardware access scheme. Doris Shabat-Jeffries, who is going to be supporting the digital support scheme. Sam Lynn Rose, who is our digital lead. I am Alexandra Pack. I am the senior project officer and the project lead. We also have Kate and Sarah from Folkestone Community Works with us. Thank you. I pass on to Sam to give a short introduction about Digital CAN. Before I say that, obviously we are muting our microphones if we are not speaking, and the session is recorded. Over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Alex. So Digital CAN is a service of Kent County Council. It was established in 2021, and it was born out of the pandemic, and we are using mostly government grants and other grants that we've been able to secure to deliver some of the services we deliver. And the aim is to tackle digital exclusion, improving inclusion and capability across the county, and like this one, support other wider benefits, whether that's health, education or employment outcomes. So that's a brief introduction to the digital inclusion, and these are some of the benefits that we look to try and achieve through digital inclusion. So as I said, health outcomes, educational outcomes, as well as improved connectivity, improved communication and collaboration, and improved access to information for the general public. I think that is it from me.
Thank you, Sam. Right, over back to myself. So an introduction about the project that we are trying to achieve here. So the scheme itself is Digital Inclusion Support Scheme within Folkestone, 50% funded by our Helping Hands funding, which is a government grant, and 50% by ERDF funding. Our core project team is Will, Doris, and myself. The aim of the project is to supply individuals who meet the criteria with access to digital equipment, connectivity solution, and digital support, and to help them to utilize the device and their entrepreneurial pursuits to support digital means within their entrepreneurial supports. The scheme will give the devices, the laptops and the routers to the intended beneficiary, and they don't need to return the equipment to us. The outputs of the project is 275 laptops, 100 connectivity solutions for 12 months, and optional 12 hours designated support to support with skills, confidence, including safety of selling and buying online. The scheme only accepts professional referrals for now. Eligibility criteria, the beneficiaries needs to be digitally excluded, aged over 16 years and over, and located within the Folkestone Community Works catchment area, and be interested in exploring entrepreneurial endeavors. It can range from all sorts of entrepreneurial pursuits. It can be, you know, selling kids' clothes online, turning their hobby into a business, or launching their own entrepreneurship. The referral process is pretty simple. You can submit a referral form. We'll take you through later in the presentation through this. We then make a decision which is final, and then an email will be sent to the beneficiary to book in person, pick up the laptop if they haven't received the 12-hour support before, or get the device delivered in case they have received 12-hour support already from one of the funded projects. We then also offer the digital skills support sessions, which are workshops delivered by Doris, and she will explain a bit more later in the presentation about that. Right, so the timeline, obviously you all know that we are working on a pretty tight timeline. Between February and mid-March, we accept the referrals, distribute the solutions, deliver the skills and support workshops at the end of February and at the end of March. And I have put in here some useful links to the Folkestone project website, to the referral form itself, and to the catchment area, just to clarify where we are accepting the beneficiaries to reside in. And with that, I hand it over to Doris.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. So just a quick run through the digital skills workshops that we're going to be offering to the beneficiaries. So with beneficiaries that are collecting the laptops, we have put together a laptop setup session. So we'll do the handover of the laptops and they'll sign any paperwork that they need to, but we also have a setup support session just to go through getting the device turned on, making sure that they've got that ability to get everything set up, and obviously we can troubleshoot anything there and then. And then following on from that, they'll be able to sign up for these 2-hour modular sessions that we're offering. And then there's a final offer of a one-to-one support session if people require it. So with these sessions, the first one is just going to focus on foundational skills. So these are just the essential skills that we all need to safely benefit from the digital world. And then that's going to link into the next one, which is going to focus primarily on making sure that people are safe online and maximising their awareness of their own security and safety whilst they navigate the online world. Module 3 and 4 are the ones that are focused more towards the entrepreneurial side of things. So getting your business online is using all the tools that are out there to maximise a business's online presence, and then safer trading online. So this will look at things like online payments, GDPR, privacy, to make sure that however it is that you're trading online, you're aware of any boxes that you've got to tick or anything like that, to make sure that you're doing it safely for yourself as well as for people that you're trading with. And then the last one is digital footprint. So we're looking at how your digital footprint will affect you, and that's both personally and professionally. So again, the tools to find out what is it that's online about you at the moment and how you can make changes if needed, and then monitor that, because I think we all know that what you do personally now can impact you professionally when it comes to things that are out there on the internet. I think that's so in terms of the location of the sessions, for the face-to-face sessions, we are in the process of sorting out the venues, but they will be within that catchment area. And we've also got some virtual sessions. There'll be live sessions, but people can obviously log on. Just thinking about the fact that people, even though they're doing this business things, they might still be working full-time. So we want to try and make sure that all of our sessions are as accessible for people as possible. And then once all that's sorted, we will share with everybody, but they will be within that catchment area for sure.
Thanks, Doris. And this is now over to Will to demonstrate the referral form and how to complete it. Thanks, Will.
No worries, thank you, Alex. I'm just going to pop screen share on, so let me know when you can see it.
Yeah, it's on the screen, thank you.
Lovely stuff. So We will have questions at the end. I've pre-filled the form out here, just so you can sort of see what it looks like. But please feel free to ask any questions at the end. I can go back to any pages again if you miss anything or if I don't explain anything fully enough. So the intro here just tells you a bit about the scheme. Our privacy policy is linked there for everyone.
Still connected to missions.
And the first page here is basically all the referrer details. So the referrer can put input everything about them, including their email address, telephone number. All these with the asterisks, you may be aware, are required for them to continue. So keep your eye out for what information is required. Most of it is. Following on to page 2, you have the beneficiary details to be entered. First name, last name. You've got date of birth here, which is particularly important. As we stated, the beneficiary must be 16 years of age or older. So this is how we determine that. Email address, equally important. Things like booking forms. We have a declaration form that the beneficiary needs to fill out. These will be sent out via email once the referral is submitted. So submitted or approved. An email is very important. Maybe they don't have one because they're digitally excluded, which is understandable. So if one for a family, friend, or something can be gathered, that would be great. Postcode here for the delivery address if they're getting it delivered. Also have the catchment area linked here, so you can click on that, you'll get a new page, and you can double check whether their postcode's in the catchment area. General address details, again for monitoring and delivery purposes. And then you have the explanation box here for the referral. This is an example of a bad explanation reason. Generally, we'd like these to be detailed. It helps us make an informed decision as to whether the beneficiary should be approved or not. So as much detail as possible is preferred. Then we have some more monitoring details about the beneficiary, gender here. Man, woman, prefer not to say, and other. That brings a little text box where they can enter what they like. Ethnicity here, again, you've got all the options with a further breakdown here within these general race categories, and then you've got again another box if necessary. Then we have the disability box. Yes, no, I prefer not to say. They'd like to confirm they do have a disability, but confirm not what it is. We also have an option for that there, and then a list of ones there and another box. Moving on, we have the eligibility page. There's a bit more information in here, just letting you know what the eligibility is, a little breakdown information, what that means. And these all say that they are required to be yes for the beneficiary to be approved for the scheme. If any of these are ticked as no, it'll be an auto decline, and the beneficiary will have to refer again if that's incorrect, or the beneficiary decline. Sorry. We also have at the end here a question asking if the beneficiary is referred by one of these organisations. You may recognise yourself on here. These are the ESIF funded organisations. This so we can catch whether they have received 12 hours of support from an ESIF funded community works programme. And this will help us sort of confirm whether the laptop will be delivered or collected in person. If they haven't received 12-hour support, they will have to collect in person, so we can get them also on track for their support to be provided as well. Moving on here, we have a question about connectivity access. So the form general as a whole is regarding a laptop, and then as an appendix, this is how you can apply for a connectivity, a 4G router, just a yes or no. If selected no, you move on. If yes, you are asked if they are considered vulnerable. This relates to their online web filtering, so we will put them in a specific filtering category if they have certain vulnerabilities online, certain things that you shouldn't be accessing. We can filter that as such, so this is where this box comes into play. If they're not vulnerable online, then you can go ahead and press no to that. And then finally, We have tick boxes here for the general declarations. We've got, again, privacy policy linked here, and then some other declarations that need to be confirmed for the form to be accepted. If any of these are unticked, again, the referral is declined. These are things that we need confirmed by the referrer. So that's a little rundown of the form. Be happy to take on any questions if anyone has any, or go back to any pages if anyone would like to look in more detail. Sorry, I can't see anyone at the moment, but is everyone happy?
Thanks, Will. Michael, welcome. I see you joined as we were demonstrating the form. Thank you for coming on. We have recorded the session, so we can send you the beginning of the presentation as well. Thanks, Will, for the demonstration. We have arrived to the questions section. It is yourself, Michael, at the moment, who is from the funded projects. The rest is our team and Folkestone Community Works. So just to give you a small intro, Will is responsible for the hardware access scheme, and he is one of our project officers within Digital Kent. Doris Jeffries is our digital support lead within the project, and I am Alexandra Pack. I am a senior project officer within the Digital Kent team and the financial hardship program. And we are putting on this project to support people with laptop connectivity solutions and digital support sessions. That's the very gist of it. Again, we will send you the presentation. Is there any questions from whilst you were on there, if you have any?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for acknowledging me, and I do apologise for being late. We're doing a blueprint project for a team of Ukrainian guys. So again, my apologies, I'm a little late. We didn't have a translator, so I had to struggle on with various, bits of Czech, Slovakian, Polish, anything I could kind of grapple with. But it went really well. But I'm sorry, it's slightly overran. No, I only have two questions, and I read the document, so thank you very much. And I think in terms of finding the paperwork, I can find the paperwork through the email you sent. The only question I had is, I know it's about computers and laptops. I've got one client who's making a kind of music studio. Does the digital part extend beyond laptops into other digital tools?
Not at the moment, I'm afraid to say, Michael. So this is what we have license for at the moment.
That's fine. Thank you so much. I think it's a great, really such a lovely thing to offer people. And then the other one, which I'm so sorry, I started reading, is it once you've got the laptop, you keep it for a year? Is that right?
No, so the laptop is gifted with no need to return back. The connectivity solution, so there are two avenues there that we can take. One is router, which is a physical device which would be sent or given to the recipient. So that there is no need to return the device there either. However, there is only a 12-month connectivity solution provided there. So that's where the 12 months comes in.
That's where the 12 months is.
The laptop is for them to keep, really. It's a gifted device.
Wow, what a lovely, lovely gift. Thank you so much to all of you for organising this puzzle and making it happen. So it's we're people around here get some amazing stuff. I hope they appreciate it, and thank you.
Absolutely, Michael. Great. Thank you so much. And if you can send the referrals our way, we will be very grateful for them.
Alexandra, if I said Kursanam, would that be right?
Oh, well done. Thank you. Yes, it would be very right. That means thank you in Hungarian. I was just going to say when you were listing the languages, I can help with Hungarian. Thank you so much, Michael.
My pleasure.
You. Lovely. Kate, Sarah, is there anything that you would like to add at all? Oh, you are on mute, Kate, I'm afraid. Sorry.
That's my fault. So, I mean, the whole point of the project is to enable and encourage our P11s, who are the potential entrepreneurs, because I think sometimes people don't realise they're being entrepreneurial or want to be, it's such a word in is a big word in English, and I think people don't realise they're doing it all the time without realising it, and it's a starting point. Because if you get confidence selling the small stuff, you often end up going to businesses. I mean, many big businesses in this country have started off literally on the kitchen table, you know. So that's what we just we're hoping to encourage the projects to really push it, and we will push it as well to our organisations and agencies, and hopefully, we're looking at it as a programme. So even if someone has only done Michael has maybe done 6 hours with you, you can still refer them and just say, put in your notes they've done 6 hours with us, and then we can encourage them to make the other hours up. I see it as a programme, it's a holistic thing. So let's make it successful. Let's get our people online.
Thank you, Kate. Sarah?
I just want to confirm, is it Doris and Will that will be coming in on Friday? So I can just let reception know?
Yeah, I will discuss that once I stop the recording, if that's okay. I will come to you,
that's fine.
Sarah, with
Thank you.
with the details. Thanks ever so much. Thank you. Okay, lovely. I shall stop the recording actually. If there are no more questions, just give me a second to find that. There we are. Okay.